All right, you most welcome back to the show. It's still tea time on Plus TV Africa, where the true stories live, where we speak it as it is. My name still remains Miles, the eighth wonder of the world, and it is Throwback Thursday. And if you were not born anytime when any of those two songs dropped, we are not mates. You don't, please just take several seats back. I'm still very much here with my girl, Tonya. Now, talking about throwback, we started this throwback songs with a very strange song that a lot of people like. That man used to rap, he used to sing, oh, you didn't know, oh, now you know. I'll be telling you, because our guest is in the building, and our guest is Koffi Ayinde Idowu. That's a combination of a whole lot of stuff. Professionally known as Koffi the Guru, is a multilingual Nigerian comedian and considered Africa's most versatile entertainer, writer, director, singer, actor, author, content creator, born to Togolese mom and a father from Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos. He's the only polyglot. Did I get that?
Correct.
Are you sure?
You got it.
You said English past me. Who has variety shows in English, in Yoruba, and in Togolese language. Humor Hangout, Awada Express, and Mivado. He has put up several comedy shows, including Busting Loose, Out of Control, Blunt, Brutal, and Breathless. Comedy Combo, I Stand Corrected. The upcoming show in December, the Unorthodox, which is the one I'm actually looking forward to. Yep. Koffi the Guru is the only entertainer with awards as Best Comedian of the Year, Best Wedding MC, Best Comedian Music, and Best Comedy Movie, winner of 2 awards for the movie Nani. Hey God, Chineke Mio. Koffi the Guru has 28 music albums. No, I didn't say single. 28 music albums, and is presently working on the collabo album with ONG for their upcoming movie Skama Orama. He has written, produced, and directed 20 movies without taking a loan. You see, that part got me. When I saw without taking a loan, I was like, God, I have to blow my trumpet, right? He's the author of 2 books. He's the member of the board of directors of Custom, Nigeria's foremost copyright collection society. He's head of comedy sector of the creative industry group. He's married with 3 kids. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome the legendary Koffi the Guru.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I feel honored. I feel quite honored.
That's a lot.
Wow.
And I'm sure that was even edited. That was
Yes, it's actually 30 albums and 25 movies without a loan.
30 albums.
Yeah, the one with Owen is 29. The 30th one we just finished recording, and that will be dropping on my birthday next year. So all the 30 albums set.
That's
loaded.
How have you been able to
I'm
stay?
How
do we stay this young? I was expecting by now I've not seen you with pot belly and all that, like, or no offense to anybody who has pot belly, but you still look really much. When I was even seeing his pictures from his bio, I'm like, is this still the same? What's going on?
Yeah, wow. I don't get problem.
That's the secret.
Yeah, I live a very simple, contented life. I'm not chasing vanity or things that don't matter. I'm very peaceful. As in, like, no worries. I sleep well at night. I'm not owing anybody money.
Without a loan.
I don't chase clout. I don't pursue. As in, it's just a simple life. Go to work, family life. Just that's it. That's the most important thing.
But as a public face, how's that? How have you been able to manage that simple life? It's not easy being a public figure and you live a simple life.
If you choose to be a public figure for the clout, then you would have a problem. I don't do that. It's a job. Go to work, go back. You know, everything you see about Koffi comes from my bedroom. As in, everything is me sitting in my bedroom in my boxers day in, day out. I only go to function when necessary, and I'm back home. I don't want to be out there. I don't even want to be famous. Ironically, most people don't know. I've seen people say a lot of nasty things about me and my brand, and I just laugh. It is not what you want. It is what I want for myself. And that's why at 45, I'm at peace. But you see some other guy that came before me or after me, they don't look like they're doing well enough. Some people assume I'm not doing very well. That's for you to think so. So long as I know, if you don't know, you don't know.
I'm going to bring you to the comedy industry right now. Yeah. Okay, I come from an era where it was just a comedian stand in front of people and deliver your sets beautifully. Yeah. I come from an era where comedians were not taking shots at the audience to get people to laugh.
Exactly.
I come from an era where you see a comedian just single-handedly I come from a
Benny. How do you expect
Benny Mark kind of era?
How do you expect me to be relevant in the faces of these people asking, we know they see you, if that is the kind of comedy they expect. Comedy with tasteless humor, septic humor, that's what I call it.
Septic, like
Yeah, it's gutter.
Gutter humor.
You know, you just come to the audience, all your jokes is just about maybe somebody that is trendy, you just want to wash them down. Tasha this, portable that.
Exactly.
No.
Taking shots,
Humor needs to be constructive and enlightening. You're supposed to probably teach with humor. You have a very powerful tool. You can make or mar with the things you say. Because for everything that comes in and then you recycle and throw out there, it carries a lot of weight because you're a public speaker. So first and foremost, I could be humorous on this end or on this end. But if I choose this end, why do you expect me to be on this end? After over 2 decades, you expect me to now become Sabinos because that's what is now in vogue.
That's what's involved.
We kind of society we did. You expect now you in your own field have been promoted and gotten to a certain level, boss level. You are not all over the place like you were. And then you expect me to be all over the place like you knew me 10, 15 years ago.
The story has changed.
That brings me back to the question now.
So I can't do the humor they're doing now.
The Instagram comedians and
skit makers,
that's what they call themselves, comedians, right? And what we know as real comedians.
No.
Like, how are we going to differentiate? Because they call themselves comedians now.
No, they are not wrong. It's Nigeria that does not respect the different genres of whatever comes to them. Nigerians don't respect their own and celebrate their own until outsiders celebrate it. Most of these skit comedians make their money from views from abroad, not even from home. So comedy is comedy. It depends on the genre. But because in Nigeria, this is what is raining, everybody jumps on what is raining. Okay? So we came out as stand-up comedians, and everybody wanted to be a stand-up comedian. Now the skit comedians are on board. Everybody wants to be a skit comedian. A society that should respect every vocation should know that you can have the drama comedians, the skit comedians, the stand-up comedians, all cohabiting at the same time and doing well. But it is when they feel like, we write people off a lot.
True.
We cancel people like, this, time don't go. It's not like you engaged him to work and he didn't deliver. You just assume that in time don't go because you've seen him for a while. So when a new crop of people come on board, you do the same thing to them. I've heard people, Shaggy don't.
Exactly.
You see, but that's not true. It's because newer things come out, you jump ship. They didn't jump ship. They are still doing what they do. The humor is still there. It is you that is just looking for what is not pursuing you. And then because most times, you are not used to getting certain values from content. You just want to go for junk all the time. We consume junk a lot. So the newest junk will be what we'll jump onto. But if after a while somebody is doing something and they're trying to improve on themselves, and you now feel they are not as good as you thought they were, it is you. And if you check, most of the corporate brands are looking for numbers. So a lot of people will keep doing junk to get numbers for the advertisers. So most of the comedians, skit comedians you see are brand advertisers, product advertisers. So that's why they are in your face all the time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of ease for them to just grab a phone and just shoot something. And they can take my old jokes and refine it into a skit.
Yes.
But I have to think of thoughts that would bring value. Because any joke I drop today, if you go and play it back in 10 years' time, it doesn't make sense. I would look stupid. And especially as I grow older, I'm supposed to mature.
Evolve. Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with skit comedians and what we need to do. It's just a space in comedy, as there is drama comedy. Before stand-up comedy blew up, watching sitcoms was the norm in Nigeria.
True.
Very. Being slapsticky with tie wrapper, carry bald head, and big belly was the humor. Now, if you check skit comedy has borrowed from that. A lot of comedians would dress funny.
Dress like women. Males are dressed like women.
So it's still part of the same bowl of humor. But we've not even cracked the surface of humor in Nigeria. There's pantomime. We're not doing that.
Nigerians, pantomime.
There's monotone. Mr. Bean doesn't say anything, and Mr. Patrick started that way back, as far back as 2002, but stopped. We used to call him Nigeria Mr. Bean then, Mr. Patrick.
I know Mr. Patrick.
So those are, because he was not encouraged, he left it. We also started doing skits then, but there was no encouragement. What blew up skit making is because there are now devices and gadgets that make it very easy
to put your stuff out there.
Straight up in your face. But that market too is going to be, saturated, no matter how. It's Nigeria.
It's the world. It's not Nigeria. It's just the world. It's just how how it works.
So me, I'm okay with. As a matter of fact, it helps me because when there's an improvement in my industry, it means my industry is growing. And then there are lapses in between. You can't call a skit comedian to come and be a master of ceremony.
Oh, they actually believe they're master of ceremony.
And so when they get there and they mess up, the clients know who to call next time. So they always come back to me. Every client that I've ever worked for that made the mistake of going to engage an inferior, valuable entertainer, when they see the difference, I'm like, I should mistake.
Okay, before I allow you, I know you're itching to.
I want to just ask something in line with what he stated earlier. He was referring to people always taking jab at each other just to, get their comedy out there. And I want to put it out like this incident that happened with Chris Rock and Will Smith, the statement he made about Jada Pinkett, that kind of thing is something that I feel has been done in Nigeria, but maybe about
every time.
Some celebrities, some artists here, and then they took it or they understood the humor involved in it. So now the point where I'm trying to understand, like this guy, Will Smith here, him reacting that way, why do you think Nigerians are more understanding to insulting comedy and they don't?
It depends on how you deliver it. Even Will Smith, Jada, Chris Rock issue was because it had been predominant. It was coming from somewhere. She had been poked at, and then Will naturally might not have reacted that way, but he saw her reaction and knew that if I get back home tonight, she's going to tear me apart for not reacting, or rather, why was I laughing? Sure. So he misinterpreted her reaction. Her reaction was, why are you laughing at that? Is that supposed to be funny?
They joke at me, yeah.
You know that I wouldn't like that. We've talked about this before. Perhaps there had been, because the statement he said, keep my wife's name out of
your mouth.
It means they've had a discussion about a previous instance where she was taking a jibe at. So that's why he said that thing, that it's enough. But her reaction was probably to him like, why are you laughing at this? But he now misinterpreted it to take that action, which was wrong. But then, back home here, we're in a culture of yabis. We grew up with yabis. We're aware of yabis. We know about yabis. In fact, sometimes if you take it to personalities, other people, they'll say, but I just play, they play with you now. No, not being going to tell you. It is the people and I say, but not play now. Everybody knows it's just normal things. Depends on what you put on the table. If you also go beyond your space, the audience will also let you know, even before the person you are yabbing. It is someone else from the audience that will let you, oh boy, come, wait, how far?
I would disagree with you on that, because I have been through a lot of events when it's like a norm. People, everybody just laugh. I'm there with my partner, and you're like, oh God, now this one you bring come today. Like, why can't you just tell your jokes? And everybody just laughs. I'm saying
maybe in that environment, they are okay with it. I'm saying there are certain environments that the audience will tell you straight up that, no, you're out of line. That's what I said. I'm not saying that a lot of environments don't allow the yabs go on. We're in a yabis environment, we agree. But there are certain places that if you cross the line, they will let you know immediately, even here. As much as we allow it. Even the audience that might have wanted to defend you will welcome, especially if you bring family into it.
Yes.
You know, I posted something online, and sorry for the use of language on air. On Tunde, it's only Tunde Etno's page that I engage, because he says, Baba, please, I like your comments on my page.
Right.
And then once in a while, when I go there to engage, I'm actually looking for ignorant people that I can block. Yeah. And then the people that like the comment of the ignorant person, I block them first.
Why?
Yeah, so that we need to
That's
sanitize.
where the problem is.
You see, I'm looking young and fresh because my environment is sanitized.
Right.
We all need sanity. A lot of emotional health that people are going through is because of other people trying to pull them down. So for your own sanity, even Bible tells us, weed it off. You go weed up, come out. Weed off any distractions or anything. So once I go that page, so I posted something last time, and somebody came to attack me. One girl was posting a video that she was in Dubai that men should come and, and all that nonsense. So I was like, well, in the end, everybody, I go clear and all that. And some people say, yeah, true. Somebody goes there and says, the Kakaka Olosho. I'm like, what? First, look,
How does that even relate?
First and foremost, you need to even check the pedigree of the person who posted that comment. And which is one thing we need to help ourselves with. Before you abuse people on social media, trace them first. Say this person gets sense. If not person will get sense, just avoid.
Just avoid the person.
But if not idiots like you, Mona they drag on herself.
You can't even face me and come and tell me something in person.
So yes, exactly.
You just say crap.
So if you look at the person's pedigree, you look at their page, you look at their profile, you look ask one person, who be this person? They say now Koffi that group
just
day your day.
Let me just do my day.
I mean, I'll give you a few steps. Once I try to enlighten you a bit, you're trying to prove that you are very stupid.
Yeah.
Then I'll now download your family on you. When I finish downloading, then I'll block your destiny.
What if the person opens another account and continues?
No, they can't. They can't come to me. No, the app has given you permission to be able to block
even further.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, today, tomorrow, and in the next future, and then there are generations unborn.
Unorthodox. That's what we're talking about now. Unorthodox is the new movement. What is unorthodox bringing this time around that we haven't really seen before? What is that little extra element that we're going to see? Like, okay, it's still the Koffi the Guru's genius, but what is that extra thing we are feeling this time?
Okay, have you ever seen me perform with music and all of that?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
Have you ever seen
No, I don't think so.
Well, unorthodox means something extraordinary, yeah? Okay, so you want to come to my show and then you keep wondering, okay, what is Koffi going to do this time around? And one other thing is, you have not even actually seen Koffi a lot of the times do a show. So, yes, my last show last year was 6 years after the last one.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Then when I do this one this year, I'm not doing any again for another 5 years. Yeah.
What happens when your fans clamor for it? Like, we want this.
Then you should exactly. That's why last year I had a sold out show and everywhere they were complaining we couldn't. Sorry, wait for next year. So that's it. You have to create certain values for yourself. If you're doing well, you don't need to be all over the place at the same time. It doesn't make sense.
True say.
Eddie Murphy's last stand-up comedy show was 1986.
Okay.
It's only in Nigeria that you have to do a show every week, every month, every
month.
year to stay relevant. But if you can stay relevant in other ways, then you shouldn't saturate the system and choke everybody. Give space for others to also bounce.
Sure. I'm going to talk about something else too. Our Naya just got a facelift recently, yesterday, and social media has gone agog. Everybody's just talking about it. Yeah. What is your take on this?
The new notes.
This new pins.
My take is that so long as the currency continues to work anywhere I go, I don't care the paint they put on it. It is not my take to speak to the authority of the currency of the nation. So long as the legal tender still does what it does,
right,
whether or not it's a color red or blue or white. We all know that people right now, all eyes open, searching for any reason to, so it will be your folly to fall into the trap of the people. So the CBN governor fell into their trap. You should avoid that. But the legal tender will still carry on. No matter how we complain, there's nothing we can do. They've done it. But it's so unfortunate that when they come out and defend what they have done, it doesn't seem to always make sense. That's
but we take it like that. We just
there's nothing we can do about it.
We just take it like that.
I mean, they give you the money, you say no, now the old one I go use.
No, we'll continue.
There's nothing we can do about it.
This is happening when? When is it happening?
December 11, Terra Culture.
That's where it's gonna happen. So can we just walk into the venue, or do we have to just find a way to get tickets, or should we come and
You go to my website, koffitheguru.com.
That's it.
Or granttickets.ng.
Okay.
Or we're not going to be selling tickets at the venue. Last year we sold out like a month before the show.
Try.
This year I held back a bit so that some of the people who didn't get last year can get.
This year.
So that those who had the experience from last year, they should go on YouTube for this year's edition. So those who didn't, the live experience should be for some other people. I'm always strategic about things I do. So people can get tickets from those platforms. We're going to throw out, there's a number on the promo that allows people get ticket as well. The thing is, we have a problem with timing. So I'm always begging people. Last year when we told them I'm going to close the doors by 6, they thought it was a joke. So they came to the venue and the doors were shut by 6.
They should as it should be.
Yes.
Principles.
So this year, 5 o'clock they should. I will close the doors by 5.
There you have it. 5 o'clock door don't close. If you're not there on time, you will not have access.
Because the set I have, this year I'm trying to accommodate a lot more bros. Please give me a chance at your show.
Right.
So I have to give them 5 to 6.
That's cool.
They have between 5 to 6 to showcase.
So do their thing.
So then we now pick up from 6 till 9, because by 9 I'm done. Last year, yes, by 9 I was. I'm not.
See,
9 o'clock I was done. The audience were sitting there. I was like, ladies and gentlemen, we're done for the.
And they'd be like,
the 9. And they were like,
what's
you know that that so that they can yearn for more next time. And then they, I was halfway through my set when I stopped, because Owen and Lepashos that came to introduce me enjoyed themselves on stage for longer than necessary. So they cut into my performance time, and I was like, okay, the jokes that I'm unable to finish this year, come for them next year.
We'll take it from there.
And they were like,
is he joking? Is he joking?
You've had enough fun. You've had enough fun, back to back from, so. And then once you stretch, it's a comedy show, not a music concert. Or, so if you stretch it for more than 3 hours or 4 hours, you lose the audience. So from 6 to 9, going to about 9:30, it was okay.
Okay, so that we said we're not going to lose our job and our work now. We have to go. Because we have to go. Thank you so very much for being part of the show.
We're done?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much for being part of it's the time to sign out already. You're checking about.
Listen. That we just started.
But definitely we will be there. We'll definitely be there with our cameras and everything.
We are media partners.
We are media partners, so we'll definitely be there. A big thank you to every single person who's been part of the show. Every person who tried to call in couldn't get through. Thank you so very much. We're going to be signing out with his song, but a song that a lot of you don't know. It's called Aroma Remix. We'll get to that later. Now, but this is where we draw the curtains on today's show. Thank you so very much for watching the show. Join the conversation on social media with the hashtag TeaTime. And remember, you can catch up on our previous episode, including this very one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch TeaTime on Outro TV and in London on Ben Television and Star Times, channel 308. A big thank you once more goes to you, sir, for coming.
Thank you.
For coming through. And something a lot of people don't know today. He came in extremely early, very unusual.
Wow.
Like most guests are like, I'm still coming. We'll see you. I'm like, are you joking? He came in like, I'm here. I'm like, what? He was here like 30 minutes to the show. Like that was great for me. Like I like that. That's me from now on. Tonya, thank you so very much.
Yeah,
for throwing back Thursday with me. Yep. We'll do this again next week.
We're coming next week with it.
All right, whatever it is you do
I'm coming next week too.
No, every week. Whatever it is you do, drink a lot of water and mind your business. It helps you live longer. And enjoy this music video. It's called Aroma. Anybody that gets in your way today, show them Aroma. My house, the 8 under the world. We're out. Bye.